Yo, 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 what's up, YouTube? How y'all doing? Happy Friday to you all. Back again with a summary of today's trades. For those that tuned into the video yesterday, we had the account that I was trading on. We had a little hiccup this morning, which I was switching up on the new ATM strategy on NinjaTrader and ended up getting stopped out and got my account blown, which was whatever. But able to buy a new account today, start over. Not the, not, I wouldn't promote doing so, but it was just something that didn't set up correctly and ended up losing on the trade badly. And I was able to fix it in time and then open a new account and be able to take some good trades today. Um, on the strategy alone allowed me to walk out with a $1,700 profit. I traded on the sim account as well to see if the ATM strategy was working fine. And surely enough, on a lot of the runs that was going on in the market, I was able to capitalize on that. But on the one account that I'm trading on, I was able to capitalize and nestle in about $1,700 in profit, technically about 1,500 because after the little fees that they had, I was able to walk out with a nice gain. Um, I will show you briefly my ATM strategy when I set that up for you. I'll have set that up for you guys to show you exactly what I did. But it was nice because we were able to take from the news that we got this morning of the reports that was it the job reports that we got this morning. We didn't take a trade on the way up, which probably would have been a good idea, but we were getting to a level where I was considering that we were getting kind of in the highs and we would probably see a nice fall. And surely enough, we took a short on NQ, and NQ literally blessed us on the way down. And with our short that we took, it allowed us to be able to be in the trade a lot longer. And that was cool because I know a lot of us get to a point in our trading careers that we get into certain trades and we wish we would have held longer, or if I would have held longer, I would have made X more amount of money, or I left this amount of money on the table. And I've been, guilty of being that person so many times in my trading career. And this little trading ATM strategy that I found allowed me to be able to have my runner to be able to actually run and then have a stop loss trailing it so that I didn't lose a lot more money on the table for, whatever pullback happens. So it was nice. We took some trades on this little pop going into the drop. I think we were setting ourselves up for shorts up here, and surely enough, it was price targets were hit. 1, 2, 3, and our runner literally just kept on going until about here, and then we got stopped out, and that was fine because that happened. And then we took longs up here and got out, and then we waited till about here to capitalize on the rest of the money, and got out about here, and got in and got out about here, and that was cool. Um, so yeah, that was pretty much my day. On that, I'll show you again. We made about 1,700 on the account, and that was good. Like that was one of those moments where it was nice to see us make that amount of money and getting closer to being funded. So I'll show you guys quickly so I can have it up on my PC since I have my ATM strategy set up on my MacBook. I will put it on my PC so that we can have that together. But what I do is I'll go over here on the ATM strategy, and I will trade with 4 contracts. Risky, but having a 50K account, ideally you want to trade with 1 or 2 contracts. If you're playing minis, um, micros definitely going to be different, but I want to be able to profit quicker with you know 1 or 2, which is what I used to trade until I figured out like with the right setup, I can trade with more contracts and be able to hold on the move better than, you know, getting in a contract with 1 or 2 and then just holding way too long and not really getting much out of the play. So what I do is on the custom strategy parameters, I will get 4 contracts and my quantities will be 1 on each target. And then my stop loss, I'll put them at 40. Just because 80, there's too much room and I don't want to lose too much on the pullbacks. I could go 30, but it just depends. Up to you. It's a preference upon you. My profit targets is going to be 40 ticks. I'll put 80 ticks here. I'll go 120 so that it has a lot more room to go. And then this one will leave it 0. So like I mentioned before, that last contract that you have, that runner, it literally doesn't have a profit target. It just goes until your stop hits. So up here, we're gonna do on our strategy, right? Our stop strategy, we'll do custom and we'll go to 1 step. On that 1 step, we're gonna put a stop loss of 40. So we'll save that as a template. I'll put that, name it as or contract ATM. And we'll push OK. And then we'll save this template as or contract ATM. Save that as so that every time we get into a trade, we have 4 contracts, but our stop loss is going to be 40 ticks from us. And then our first profit target is going to be 40 ticks in front of us, 80 ticks, 120 ticks, and then that last one is going to be our runner, which allows us to be able to let the play go and let it move, like I showed you in that trade earlier, that it just kept on going, and then just didn't have to worry about, you know, if my emotions get into the way of me, you know, should I get out now? I'm already up, you know, X amount of money. There's going to be a pullback and I'm going to lose all this money. I would rather just let it, you know, run and let it do its thing. And then if it pulls back to my stop loss, or my trailing stop loss, then I'm out. Like, you know, I still make my money and I'm out and I'm up. So definitely keep an eye out on that. If you ever get into that point of wondering, like, if I'm in a trade and I'm holding, if I don't hold it long enough, or if I hold it for way too long and then I miss out on a lot more profits because my stop loss was way back at break even, or, you know, wherever you ever put it at, and then you just lose out on a lot more profit. So on your stop strategy on all of these, you're going to put it on the custom one that we made, and we just let it go. And I let that, save it again, replace it, and just let that be. Since the market is closed now, I can't really show you a sample or an example of it, but it helped with this trade here because, like I mentioned, we got into a short up here. It popped up. We almost got stopped out, but it came and it just dropped. So every blue one, that was our price target that we took in. And then right here is where we came down, and then it popped up on that next candle, which our stop loss is right there, and that's when we got out the trade. But yeah, we held a little, we moved it up, or we had adjusted it a little bit and got more on this particular trade down here, then yeah, that would have been good because we would have probably maxed out well enough on it. But you know, we still walked out with a good amount of profit, and it worked out for us. So going into next week, what I'll try to do is on Sunday, I'll try to do a watch list of what I'm looking for and set up some possible trades that we can take and look forward to next week. I do trade NQ and I do trade crude oil. So I figured since NQ there was some news today, I figured I'd trade that and try to get in some plays quicker than, you know, crude oil, because crude oil can move and it's you can make a lot more and you can lose a lot more from it because how the value of what crude oil contracts are. But I just want to, but it moves a little slow. So I figured I'd just trade NQ today and, capitalize on the news and take it short. And it paid for us. But like, yeah, what we'll do is on Sunday, we'll do a watch list of what to keep an eye out for. And going into next week, take the trades that they come and hopefully, fingers crossed, that we can pass the evaluation next week and then just trade small for the rest of the week until our 7 days are up, and then we'll get our eval account. Our performance account, and trade on that and continue the path to being funded and hopefully get a nice payout. But other than that, I appreciate you guys tapping in and tuning in. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Peace out, stay black, make good choices, and we'll be back at it again next week on Sunday. Out.